Things haven't been the same since the whole COVID situation flipped everything upside down. And let's be honest, the change hasn't exactly been positive. Everything feels dull and lifeless now, and honestly, so do we. Somewhere along the road, we all lost a bit of our spark. And if you're being real with yourself, you probably feel it too. Every new year, we say the same thing. Next year will really be my year. But it wasn't in 2023, it wasn't in 2024, and it won't be in 2025 either, unless you make it your year. So give me a bit of your time, and I'll help you actually focus in for 2025. But real quick, I'm not here to pump you up with feel-good speeches. Motivation is like a sugar rush. It doesn't last. And I'm not selling candy. I'm here to give you the mindset, the tools, and a little reality check to help you really make this your year. Now, I'm not going to be super harsh. I know you've been trying, or at least you think you have. Maybe you started eating more to bulk up but gave up after a couple weeks because life got busy. Or maybe you set some goals but made them so unclear they were easy to ignore. Like saying, I want to be better. Better at what? Breathing? You've been doing that since you were born. Just trying isn't enough. If you're only putting in half the effort, it's not because life is unfair, even though, yeah, sometimes it is. You're not getting results because you're waiting for everything around you to magically match your mood. But that's not how it works. You have to match yourself to your goals. And to do that, you have to start with what matters most, your time. You probably say, I don't have time. But that's funny because you had time to scroll TikTok for 3 hours yesterday. You had time to rewatch that show again for the 4th time because it's a classic. You even had time to lie in bed staring at the ceiling, thinking about how little time you have. See what I mean? You do have time. You're just not using it right. Let's break it down. There are 24 hours in a day. Say you sleep for 8, work, or go to school for another 8, and spend 2 hours eating and doing daily stuff. That still leaves 6 hours. Now ask yourself, what are you doing with those 6? If you can't answer that without stumbling, you found your issue. We live in a time where you can learn almost anything online for free or cheap. Want to start a business? There are how-to guides, templates, and AI tools that walk you through everything. Want to get in shape? There are apps, YouTube videos, and online groups to help you stay on track. Want to learn something new? Platforms like Coursera, Skillshare, or even TikTok, if you follow the right people, are full of free lessons. So why are you just scrolling through your phone instead of using it to get better at something? Your phone isn't the enemy. You are if you keep using it like a toy. It's just a tool, but a tool is only helpful if you use it the right way. Which brings us to the next important thing. Systems. Saying I want to save money sounds nice, but what's your plan? Are you writing down your expenses? Are you putting money into savings automatically? Or are you just hoping to see more money in your bank account like it's some kind of pop quiz? It's the same thing with fitness, learning, relationships, anything. Goals mean nothing if you don't have systems to back them up. Systems are the reason you show up even when you don't feel like it. They're the boring daily routines that actually work. Things like prepping your meals, setting study times, and following a workout schedule. Systems are what separate the people who get things done from the people who just talk about it. And while we're at it, let's talk about the grind. Yeah, the grind is tough. It's not supposed to feel amazing. It's waking up early to work out when you'd rather sleep. It's saying no to going out because you need to study. It's putting in effort when no one is clapping for you. The grind isn't meant to feel fun. It's meant to feel necessary. The sooner you stop expecting everything to be exciting, the sooner you'll see results. That doesn't mean doing things the old school way, though. Things have changed, and you need to recognize the crazy amount of chances right in front of you. We live in the most resource-filled era ever. There are no excuses for staying in the dark or stuck. Want to make more money? There are countless ways. Want to learn coding, public speaking, drawing, video editing, singing, writing, dancing, flirting, or just being a human outside? There are free lessons out there. You're not stuck because opportunities don't exist. You're stuck because you're not going after them. Just watching motivational content doesn't count. Listening to advice doesn't matter if you don't actually do anything with it. Stop being a passive sponge soaking up inspiration and start being the main character in your own life. That said, there's still one more big problem. People avoid taking real steps forward because of this idea of balance. You've been told that you can juggle everything perfectly: work, rest, improvement, social life. But that's just not how it works. And honestly, balance is kind of overrated. If you really want something, you have to let other things drop. No, that doesn't mean you should work yourself into the ground, but it does mean you have to put your goals front and center, not squeezed into whatever time is left over. Your goals should lead your day, not be an afterthought. To do that, you need to ask yourself a serious question. Am I actually trying? Because it's easy to say you are. But are you really working on it every day? Or are you just kind of messing around? There's a difference between trying something and consistently doing it. One might give you tiny short wins. The other changes your life. Be honest. If you're not where you want to be, is it because the world is against you? Or is it because you haven't really committed? Are you struggling because life is unfair? Or because you're not putting in the full effort? I'm not saying this like I'm perfect. I'm not. But I can say I'm the best version of myself I've ever been. And that happened because I stopped waiting for success to come to me and decided to chase it down myself. So if I can do that, why can't you? We're not that different, you and I. This is your wake-up call. I'm not ending this with some cheesy line like, "You've got this." Maybe you do, maybe you don't. That's up to you. But what I can say is that if you really decide to lock in and go all in, 2025 can finally be the year you stop saying, "Next year will be my year," and instead start saying, "This year is mine." The world isn't going to change for you. It's still gray and dull. That sucks. But you're smart, you're strong, you can adjust, and honestly, you're adorable. You can change yourself. And maybe that'll bring some color back to everything else too. So are you ready? Or are we going to have this same chat next year? You tell me.